Hi everyone, good morning. This morning is Tuesday, April 21st, and I hope you all had a great day yesterday and have a even better day today. Today we're going to start talking about money as far as math goes and what different things we can do with money and what different coins represent which numbers. And so we're going to spend some time doing that today and just going over the basic ones like that. Great job on your Raz Kids doing both in English and Spanish yesterday. Keep going to that. Make sure you go into Master Poppert's room and my room separately so that it comes to us so we can hear you read. And with IXL, make sure you're looking for the From Your Teacher button on the screen that will pop up with suggested skills for you. And so take a look at those when you get done with the ones that's assigned. Usually I will recommend the one that is assigned anyways, so take a look there first to see which IXL you should be doing, and then if you want to explore other areas, you can. But without further ado, let's get going and let's check out some math for today. To our next topic of study, and we're going to start talking about money. All right, so yeah, it's something to get really excited about, something that we will learn a lot over the next few weeks. Um, and so, what I want to do is just start off and talk about the basics of money. Now, money is a lot of numbers, okay? And so, what I want to start off with is pieces, okay? We call these pieces of money, okay? This one should look familiar to a lot of you. This one is the dollar, right? And who's on the dollar? Does anyone know who this guy is on the $1 bill? That's right, not the United States of America. That's George Washington, the first president of the United States of America. And so when we look at this, we see the one in the corners. Usually they have a green hue to them, right, or a greenish color. One, O-N-E, the word one for the number is on here. And we also see different bill numbers here. And so this helps the Federal Reserve, which you can see up here, Federal Reserve note, keep track of and mark all the dollar bills they print. Okay, so they print these just like on a special kind of paper, and this helps us track which one it is. Okay, these numbers are not the same on every dollar bill. All right, so we have a dollar. That's $1. Now I'm going to bring you all the way back over here to the penny. Well, what do you notice about the penny? Let's look at one side first, okay? So our penny here has a person on one side, okay? Does anybody know who that person is? That's Abe Lincoln, right. Excuse me. Abe Lincoln is on the penny, and the penny is a different color than all our other coins. And the penny today is actually not worth a whole lot. In fact, it costs more money to make the penny than the penny is actually worth. So we spend more money making the penny than the penny's worth. But we also know that it's kind of got a brownish color. Now this color is called copper. And copper has this brownish, reddish color to it. So whenever you see one like this, we have Lincoln on one side, and it's got a copper or rusty brown red color. That's a penny. On the back, we have the Lincoln Memorial, and it says 1 cent. If I zoom in here, 1 cent. Now a cent is the smallest amount of money. Okay, so in the United States, the smallest amount of money that you could ever have is a cent. Okay, so 1 cent is 1 penny. $1 is 100 cents. So it'd have to be 100 pennies. So if I took my dollar, and we'll move my coins out of the way real quick here. If I took my dollar and I wanted to see how many pennies it would worth, I can click down here. Oops, let me see. There we go. Now I have 100 pennies. So you can spend time counting them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But this is 100 pennies. So $1 is equal to 100 pennies. So if I have $1 and I want to switch it to pennies, it would look like that. So this amount is the same amount as $1. And I need 100 of these if I want to have $1. Next up is I have my nickel. Now your nickel is a silver coin, and it has Thomas Jefferson on it, who is also a president of the United States. This is where he lived in his house here. And so this guy is a little bit bigger than the penny, right? You can see that it's a little bit bigger if I go over the top of it. But it's silver. This one is worth 5 cents. So if I were to say, if I were to convert this to pennies, I would have 5 pennies. So 1 nickel is equal to 5 pennies. What if I wanted to compare it to $1? How many nickels are in $1? Well, if I skip count by 5, I can figure it out. So I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. Now how many cents do we say $1 is worth? How many pennies? 100. So I have 85, 90, 95, and 100. So let's see how many nickels I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So over here we think we have 20 nickels. Oops. If I have my dollar over here and I want to convert it to nickels, how many do I think I have to have? 20. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I have 20 nickels. That gets me $1. So that's a nickel. It's worth 5 cents. Get rid of these. I gotta get rid of these too. There we go. So if I go up here with my pen now, I have 1 cent and I have 5 cents. Now the sign for a cent is a little C with a line through it. So whenever we're dealing with cents, we have a C with a line through it, just like that. With $1, our sign makes an S like in Sergio or Sophie or Sophia, right? And you put 2 lines through the top, just like that. But before we get on with that, we have another one to go to. Now this one is smaller than a nickel, and it's just a little bit smaller than a penny. This is a dime, and a dime, even though it's smaller, is worth 10 cents. So if I write my 10 right here, it's worth 10 cents. Can't forget my sign. So if I were to make a dollar out of tens, I would have to count by tens to get to how many? How many cents is a dollar? 100. So I'd have to count by, tens to get to 100. So let's try that. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. How many dimes do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now if I come over to my dollar and I convert it to dimes, how many dimes do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 dimes. 10 dimes equals a dollar. So if I get rid of these, those are my dimes. So I have pennies, nickels, and dimes. The last two that we have here are a quarter. Now a quarter is worth 25 cents. And how many quarters are in a dollar? Does anyone know? This one might be more popular. There are 4 quarters in a dollar. Put my dollar back up here. And the last one I have, this one's not as common, so you don't have to know it super well, but this one is just a cool one. It's a 50-cent or a half-dollar piece. So if it's half of a dollar, it's half of 100, which means it's 50 cents. And if I have half of something, that means I cut it in half. I cut it into 2 pieces. So a dollar is 2 half dollars, because 50 plus 50 equals 100. Oops. So here are our coins. We'll look at them again, and we'll spend more time with them over the coming days. But I have a penny worth 1 cent, a nickel worth 2 cents, or 5 cents, excuse me. A nickel's worth 5 cents, a dime worth 10 cents, a quarter worth 25 cents, a half dollar or 50-cent piece worth 50 cents, and a dollar, which is 100 cents. So these are the names: penny, nickel, dime, quarter, half dollar, and dollar. All right, first grade, thanks for watching the video on math. Before I leave you with your assignments and riddles, just remember you have a video conference with Zoom, so make sure you click on the link in Seesaw from at 11:15 to 11:45. We look forward to seeing you there. I'll be there. Master Papa will be there, and so we're so excited to see you all. So If you can make it, great. If you have any problems, please let us know, and we will help you out as best we can, and try to get this technology going the way it's supposed to. All right, stay tuned for your assignments and riddle. First grade, you're almost out of here for today. The last thing I want to show you before your riddle is just your workbook pages that you're going to do if you get done with other things and have more time to work on it. For Maestro Papert, you're going to work on writing sentences. So for Espanol, you're going to work on this page. Okay, you're going to write a sentence about. You can color the pictures and cut them out and paste them up here with the word and sentence that they go with. For my class for math today, what we're going to do is we're going to go to our fact families, just like we did yesterday. And you're going to go to this page right here. So there's a 7, an 8, and a 1, and a 10, 6, and a 4. Okay, make sure you have 2 addition and then 2 subtraction down here. Okay, so there's 4 sentences that you can make, and you want to fill them in here. Okay, we'll go over that tomorrow in our closing meeting. You also have your RAS Kids and your IXL for today. So IXL, you're going to do first grade Q2, which is more money things. So make sure you watch the video if you had trouble with any of the money yesterday. And make sure you're practicing that. Otherwise, have a great day, first grade, and I'll leave you with the riddle real quick. So, I have a bunch of keys, but I cannot open any doors. What am I? You're going to need your thinking caps for this one. I'll say it again. I have many keys, but I cannot open any doors. What am I? Have a great day. Check in the afternoon with Master Popper to find the answer. So long.